What's up, guys? Pittsburgh Weiss Schwarz back again. Yeah, we're gonna do red for JoJo's. You guys know the deal. Brian, Zach, Ollie, our special guest, the
Yo,
I Love Hentai himself. So
yeah.
we're just
Am
gonna
I am
jump.
I am I the am I the first guest on this
You
one?
are.
Yes, you are the first
Oh,
Pittsburgh Weiss Schwarz guest. Yeah.
oh, that's pretty pog.
So Brian, tell us about this
Yes.
Diavolo.
Okay, we have Diavolo Past Remnants. This is in the front row, gives global 1500 to Golden Wind characters. When this is placed on the stage by the effect of the standby, you may pay 2, ditch 2. If you do, stand this card.
It's Lion.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
as if we couldn't reprint enough kimono cards.
Yeah, so you can do this effect when you trigger a standby as well.
Yeah.
If you target
Yes.
this Diavolo.
It only no, yeah, it does. It does
Yeah.
activate when you play it from again too.
Yeah, so this is
Yep.
the official Hot Seat translation. I don't know why it's Eternal Peak and then in one part and then Eternal Climax.
Oh,
That's
didn't
just,
notice.
just bad.
The
bad
eternal climax.
Yeah.
The one that never leaves the
Eternal-
stage.
Someone
Eternal
send
Stand
Luke
by.
an email.
Stand by.
He'll fix it.
Stand by the eternal climax.
Yeah, so the first effect is pretty good. Has synergy with the second effect because you want to put this in front row.
Mhm.
Yeah.
For it to give global 15. Including itself, so this is swinging at 15. I don't know, Zach. How good is this effect? You're the only one who plays Kimono Friends. How good does this feel? Like,
It feels amazing, but I don't get it that often.
yeah, it's like when you sack it, right? It's like
Yeah.
just a free extra attack.
It rewards sacking. And for what it's worth, I do think the other effect is better than what Lion has. I think Lion has like if you hard play it, you salvage or something. So this is better.
Yeah, so the global 15's pretty good as far as being a standby target. JoJo's doesn't have any way to, like, as far as I remember, to like confirm like the top amount of cards in your deck, like
Yeah.
Oh,
Kimono
okay.
does. So this is even more sackier than trying to get Lion off.
Okay, so it's just like, yeah.
I also just think the other standby is like better to play.
that's what I was gonna ask, because like I know there's another standby in the set.
Yeah, I'd rather play that one because it synergizes with the game plan of using King Crimson better.
Okay. All right.
And it's a okay standby target too.
I mean, I will say that Lion's effect. The fun thing Joey about it is that your opponent can't really play around it because it always comes out of nowhere. Because you can't predict it, and neither can your opponent. So it always comes out of nowhere, and you just get a bonus.
Yeah, fair. Yeah. You know what JoJo needs is Canary.
Yes.
Okay. don't bring Andy logic into this.
But where are the Mil4 events, you guys?
Oh my god. Kill me. And yeah, I don't know. I think the first effect makes it a really good front row. It's like if you crash a 0 target. So yeah, I think I'm with all. It's like a B+.
Yeah, so am I.
I think in context it's a fine card, and I wouldn't fault someone for playing this.
Yeah.
I wouldn't either.
I just prefer the other standby combo more.
And
Yeah.
it's Diavola.
Yeah,
Like,
Diavolo's a cool dude.
Yep.
All right. Next card. It just works. Next card.
It just works.
It just works.
Can I
yeah.
fit that in here?
Yeah, it just works. Just
There we go.
works. Yeah, it just works. More seriously though. So this is the King Crimson himself, the Extinguished World. When this is placed on the from hand to stage, or by the act effect of Diavolo Emperor's Pride, which is this 2/1, you can heal 1. And then when this card is front attack, you can pay 4 and ditch 3, and the attack just never happened.
Ditch the characters.
Ditch 3.
Ooh.
It has to be characters.
Which is
Oh, good lord.
important thing.
Yeah, that is that's rough.
Ouch.
Yeah, so your opponent basically your opponent front attacks into this if they front attack. Or no, if they attack period.
It's front attack.
When
Yeah,
is front attack?
when this is
Oh,
front
sorry,
attack.
I can't read. Front attack. You pay 4, ditch 3, and then they just don't even get. They don't even get to trigger. In case people were confused about that. So they
And
don't
it
even get a
heals.
stock off of that. Yeah, and it's a
Yep.
heal. So this costs a lot,
Mhm.
but you can semi-reliably get 2 of these off in one attack step because you're playing standby.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a really good way of grinding the game out, especially since it heals as well. It's, in my opinion, probably mostly the reason you play JoJo's.
Is for the King Crimson. Yeah.
I think this is the the draw to the set is this card.
I mean, it does just like delete time.
It's super funny, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It
it's
is
so flavorful.
It just is the most flavorful. It's like the most iconic effect from the set. I heard about this song before I knew
Yeah.
anything else about the set.
Yes, for sure.
It's the cost is just really rough. Stock is whatever because you're playing stock charger, but
Yeah.
needing all that hand in a deck that doesn't build a crap ton of hand is, especially since it needs
Yeah,
to be
it's rough.
characters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So even if
Yeah.
you like trigger bars,
they don't help you.
They don't help you unless you can like preemptively resolve the other standby combo.
Mm-hmm. The set doesn't have like bar filter or anything, so you can't like
It does not.
get rid of it. Oh, it's so dank. I love it. I love
Yeah.
everything about it. Like the healer. Like I don't know if you have 4 stock. Like
You'll have the stock.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
all
like-
the stock is the
it's not an
hand.
issue.
you're gonna have
It's
4
okay.
stock, and you're gonna have some number of cards in your hand that's 3 or greater.
Yeah.
What does this do to your opponent's thought process? You know, like your opponent is staring down this card. What do they do? That's what I'm thinking about, right? It's like, how does this affect? How much does this affect your opponent's line of play? Because I think that's where the power of the card comes in.
Mhm.
Comes into play, because like you're gonna have 3 or more hand, you're gonna have 4 or more stock guaranteed. How does this warp your opponent's line of play into keeping you alive? I think that's the more important part of the card, even if you don't even do the effect. Like, do you bait your opponent into playing like an idiot? I think that alone makes the card good.
Yeah. I
Like,
mean, obviously it's situationally dependent, but I'd look my opponent in the eyes and be like, "Go ahead, spend all your resources. I dare you."
yeah, please spend all your own attack resources.
If I was to legit grade this, I'd probably give it a B plus. I think a B
Yeah.
plus is fine.
It's
Yeah,
somewhere
B
in
is
B,
fine,
yeah.
but I think we have to leave it at it just works.
Yeah.
I don't
It's-
think we can not. That's like the
it's-
baseline level of meme that you expect
Yeah.
when you come to a Pittsburgh Weiss Schwarz video. So I think we have to leave it at that. All right.
I mean,
yeah.
it's the only concrete thing you can say about the card.
Yeah, it does just work.
It
It just
does
works.
All
Yeah.
right. Next.
We love Emperor Crimson.
This is you, Ollie. I don't even know what this
Oh
is.
god, I don't even remember what the stand
What?
is.
The sand one, right?
Oh, it's Clash.
Yeah, Clash. yeah.
What?
Stick artwork. This ability activates up to once per turn when you use a act ability. This gains 2k power for the turn, and it's a level 0 bomb. It's pretty whatever.
Yeah, it's
Pretty decent.
These are like 2 abilities that why do they exist on the same card?
exactly.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you. The idea is that you run over your opponent's character, and then they have to crash in and lose their character on the backswing.
But it's a
But-
0. So
It's a
what it
0,
ends up
that's-
being is this is a bomb that I play and I brainstorm on first deck and hit because I'm a sack, and then I swing in at 35. So
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty whatever.
yeah, it is pretty whatever. I don't know. It's not like unplayable. It's like a bomb. I get like C minus. Like
It's
whatever.
definitely niche somewhere in there.
I'll give it a D plus.
It definitely is not great.
It
No,
is. It is not great.
You could definitely be playing better zeros.
Yeah.
No, guys, it's a rare. It has to be good.
Oh yeah, you're right. My bad. Also, there's like just not really a whole lot of great act synergy.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it's pretty much brainstorms and maybe a couple of I mean, you can use that pay 3 search climax.
Pay 3. Yeah, that's
Ooh.
an act ability.
There you go.
All right, Zach, tell us about this next one.
Doppio and Eulogy, future movement. At the start of your opponent's draw of your top card of your library, if it's 7 or higher, you may bounce this.
We love coin flips.
Yeah, this is a coin flip. This
S
is
plus.
notably probably the worst coin flip to whiff.
Yeah.
It does nothing else.
Doesn't do anything. I mean, this is like the Notica coin flip. It's the same profile. It's like the same card, yeah.
Yeah, and isn't that card an uncommon?
Yeah, it is an uncommon.
It is, yeah.
What is?
I mean, I don't know. When I think of
The
good
Jojo
coin flips,
tax.
when I think of good coin flips, I think of like, I don't know, Umi. Like Umi's a good coin flip because like at least when she whiffed, she probably cleared a lane. But like this just doesn't do shit. However, if you're playing standby, you have a quote unquote. I'm sure Connor will slam me in the comments for saying this. A higher % chance of hitting your coin flip if you're playing standby because you're running naturally higher level 1 and higher counts.
The dank play is to hit standby, this, bounce it on opponent's turn, and you have a character in hand to pay for King Crimson.
Okay, you joke about that. However, like playing Umi into Konosuba and having a coin flip has won me games. So like that's a real line of play.
That's a real thing, yeah.
Yeah. Like I don't know. It's fine. It's a coin flip.
It's
like
it's a plussing 0. I mean, I don't.
It's not
Yeah,
fantastic, but
B.
it's playable,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's B. Like
Yeah. It's one of the better plussing 0 than sadly too.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
No, geez.
I mean the clean cut is horrific. The yellow one. Like I don't know if that
Card is
actually sees
pretty
play.
bad.
It's
I-
like,
like-
all these cards that are supposed to be good are not good in this set.
They give Jojo all the good profiles, but nerf them significantly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Next, Brian.
All right.
Oh no, more dank memes.
Yeah.
Talking Mouth, Spinning Lies. At the start of your opponent's attack phase, choose a character in your opponent's front row and move it to another empty slot in the front row. So you run for your opponent at the start of their attacks.
Yeah, you make your opponent's character run.
Mhm.
It's mind control.
So as I was
Talking
saying,
head. I guess that's flavorful. Yeah, talking heads.
as I was saying, existing profiles but nerfed.
Yeah.
This is anti clean cut.
It is anti-clean cut. Yeah. It's a clean cut meta. I mean, yeah, it is funny. It is unique. It is red. It helps you fix.
It's also probably not better than the coin flip.
Yeah, the coin flip is probably better than this.
It is another wasted rare.
It's not even worth playing for the sake of red splash because you just play the coin flip for the red splash.
I don't. I'm just gonna give it a middle of the road C because I don't know what the fuck this is gonna do in English.
I think I'm with you. It's-
Like,
Probably not much.
Like I don't know. It's definitely playable. Like it's like an inverse runner, but like what does this do in English? Like what does this do?
I want to give it the dank rating, but it's
Wait. What if you field this against Attack on Titan and they have Armin on board? You get to you move Armin into the center lane and he can't run. That's pretty. You know what? C plus. That's pretty dank. That's a sick line of play.
Wait, you move Armin like the
The runner,
you
the level
move
0 runner.
you move this runner that runs the center. You move him into the center lane, so he can't move on your opponent's turn. It's good against center runners, so that's like ReZero and AOT.
Does this happen? How does this work with other runners, like timing wise?
Attacker
Your
phases.
effect. It's 8.7.6.1 simultaneous auto effects. You choose.
It's turn player priority, so they run and then I'm pretty sure you get to
Yeah.
move the character afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Otherwise, this character would be pretty bad.
Yeah.
Even worse than it already is.
Because it triggers on your opponent's turn, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you move the 3500 runner to center, they can't move no matter what.
Yeah. Or if you're a gentleman, you could see your opponent whiffs their mill run, and then you graciously
You graciously move it for them. Oh, that's so funny. I don't know. That entire line of thought right there is actually, I think that's more relevant. I mean, we're joking about it, but I think that's more relevant than we think. You're gonna get hit. You're gonna say, "I'm gonna play AOT," and you're gonna show up, and you're gonna get hit by this shit in round 1 by that fucker playing Jojo, and like you're gonna lose the game on it. It'll be really funny when it happens, but
No, it won't.
Good
I won't
thing
be
I'll never.
laughing.
Good thing I'll never play AOT at a big event.
yeah.
all right. Okay, next card. Who dis?
You, I think.
Yeah,
Oh, is it? Oh, what
It
is
is.
this? 52.
The other standby.
Oh, chocolate and green tea. What green tea? Something that despairs.
Coffee.
Coffee.
When this is placed on the stationary hand, look at the top card of your library, put it on the top of your library in your waiting room to surveil 1. And climax combo at the standby. When you play it, you can pay 1 and return this to your hand. And if so, you stand one of your other characters.
It's cowgirl. It's
Yeah, it's
literally cowgirl with the scry on it.
Yeah, it's
Or
cowgirl, but it's not a brainstorm. It's just scry.
Yeah. If you're playing the standby, because there's another combo with it, then you probably play this as like a 1 or 2 of. I'm not super impressed by this card.
Yeah, it's like a surveil. It's like whatever.
Surveils are pretty cool. I'm just I'm not very high on this combo profile.
I mean,
neither am
I didn't even like it in Goblin Slayer, and that was on a brainstorm. Like, yeah, I'll give it like a C plus because I'm sure somebody be like, "Oh my god, stand by target,
C+.
so good."
It's a 5-card brainstorm, so
It is, yeah.
I guess. Yeah,
I mean,
surveil's pretty useful. All right, next. Oh, it's the other part of King Crimson.
yeah. Is this me?
Yeah, it is you.
Diavolo, Emperor's Pride, 2K assist level 3s. When it's played, choose the level 3 King Crimson in your waiting room and marker it under this. And then when you're level 3, you can pay 2 ditch 1, choose the King Crimson under this as a marker, and put it on any slot in the stage. And then you put, at the end of the turn, put that character under the space up as a marker.
You
So
may.
it's
Okay.
the May. So it's the Jojo gimmick just with King Crimson.
Yeah.
The 2K to level 3s is pretty nice. This whole gimmick though is pretty whatever to me.
Yeah, I don't know how good it will be in English because there's so much more on reverse.
It's
Being on reverse versus on attack is like a bigger deal in our meta, I guess.
If you're playing the Gur level 3, then it might be fine since you can deny crashes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in the bar standby deck, I probably wouldn't play it.
Yeah, it seems like I'd rather just play the level 3, stand by it,
Yeah,
because the effect is climaxless.
yeah.
But
I would rate this slightly higher because it's a 2K assist. And
yeah, 2K assist
Yeah.
pretty good,
I'm pretty high on level 3 2K assists in general.
Yeah.
especially in
good.
standby decks.
Yeah.
Oh
Pretty
yeah.
good. Yeah, I'll give
Yeah,
it a C plus. You only really play it in that standby deck.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
not
pretty
leaving
good.
a reverse target, not leaving a body to crash into, being able to loop heal, all pretty decent. So
Yeah, because you can pop it back out every turn
Yeah.
and heal. But then you don't get the. So if you pop him back under, you don't get the
you don't
the
get the
benefit
you
of
do
King
not. You do
Crimson.
not get to.
Yeah,
delete an
to use
attack.
Yeah.
it has like anti synergy for the entire part of the combo, but it is a level 3 assist, so it has use outside of that, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, next.
Psycho and Sanctuary, things that sink into the ground. If you have 2 or more other golden winds, this goes to 9/5. Climax combo with the same standbys at level 0. You can choose 3 characters in waiting room and return them to hand. If you do, ditch 3.
Okay, so it's just filters you for whatever is better
Yes.
in your waiting room. Yeah, this is
so
better.
It
And it comes with the same
filters.
standby.
I mean, it's salvage 3. It can filter bars out of your hands.
Mhm.
The problem is that the timing is pretty awkward.
Yeah, because it's on attack.
Yeah. So if you stand by this out, you have to hope that you either have the another standby in your hand, or
You have to have the level 0 on board. Stand by this to the front row. Pay 1, bounce the other one, stand it. Then on attack, ditch 3.
Yeah.
Grab 3. Okay.
But
Grab 3 to then ditch 3.
It's an okay standby target. 95 is a little small.
Yeah.
As far as standby two standby targets go, but it's okay. The combo is the more important part.
Yeah, it has
It's
a coincidental combo. Because you want to run, like, at the end of the day, you'd run standby empty. This is a decent target. And it has a combo.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. Yeah, I'd probably give it, like, a straight B. Normally, I'd give it a B- because it's understated for a 2-2 target. But it has the combo. So.
I mean, after playing Standby No Game No Life with Jabril that sits at 95, this is perfectly normal to me.
Yeah,
So-
fuck Jabril. Yeah, at least Jabril has Encore. Like, fuck that, dude.
This doesn't have Encore, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like
Encore.
Like the worst fucking like No Game No Life's like the worst fucking standby deck ever. Like I don't know why you guys keep trying to make that set work.
Word
like,
chain.
Yeah, word chain. Yeah, sure. Next card.
I believe this is me.
Yep.
It is.
Popo, Imprisoned Tyrant. It's a married life.
Yeah.
How good is Married Life in 2020?
I mean, if you're playing bar, it's probably okay.
It's very okay.
B+.
Sounds good to
Okay.
me.
Yeah,
I'll do it.
like I don't know. Yeah, it is made better because you kind of are forced into you kind of want to play standby bar, so maybe it has a little more value, depending on your meta, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
What you expect to see at level 1, but yeah, I mean it's just whatever. It is a funny Married Life though, because it has Popo on it.
It is Popo.
Oh, it's my favorite card.
This card is unbelievably sick.
Mr. Pericolo, 10 hours ago. So it has a startup ability that's act. Pay 1, rest this, look at the top 2 cards of your library, choose 1 level 1 or higher card from among them, reveal it to your opponent, put it into your hand, put the rest in the waiting room. So it pluses you, it's just a pay 1 plus from the top 2, so long as you get a level 1 or higher. Yeah, you have to hit a level 1 or higher. It also has an act ability, discard a card and sack this. Choose a golden wind character in your waiting room, return it to your hand, so that when this becomes irrelevant after you hit second deck, and you don't need to try to sack plus on first deck, you can get rid of it and turn it into a better card.
Yeah. So this card just does a lot. I mean,
it's good.
From the context of the deck, it's early game pluses.
Mm-hmm.
It throws standby targets. It can throw standby targets into your waiting room.
Yeah.
It's in itself is a really good standby target because you standby it out. You get a plus the next turn, and then you can just sack it and
turn it into something better.
Get whatever you want.
You actually just plus really hard off that standby.
Yeah.
And it also opens a lane for triggering more standbys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does.
The card just does a lot. It's probably one of the better cards in the deck.
I like that a card this useful has this funny art on it. So
yeah.
I'm gonna give it a B+. I think it's a great card. It's got hilarious art.
I'd probably give it an A- actually.
Yeah, somewhere in that range. Yeah. Like that's a really good effect on first deck, especially if you're playing standby. You're gonna run more level 1 or higher cards.
Right.
And then whenever it ceases usefulness, you can put your level 1 quote unquote your level 2 standby target. You throw it into grave. It's in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
Standby it out. Pretty good card. Lots of utility and funny art. So
the best.
That's the most important.
Pretty good.
All right, next.
Who
I think
Ollie.
this is you, yeah.
is this me? Oh, Tiziano. What the Aun breathing.
Yeah.
AN breathing.
2K counter.
Yeah, it's a 2K counter. It's.
Hey man, those are broke.
They're
Batman
pretty good.
Ninja couldn't
It's-
even get one.
You're playing a wall strat, so
Yeah, you are playing
It's-
standby.
it's worth considering. The problem is selection is not the greatest,
Yeah.
so it's hard to grab this card when you need it.
What do we rate these like across the board again? Like
I
B?
I think it's B's. I think
In
Brian's
English,
right.
it's a B.
Yeah, I mean, I figure a
Yeah.
2K counter in a standby wall strategy can't be that bad. So
It's like
even if it's
I
hard
probably-
to get a hold of.
I just
I'm on board with the thought process that 2K counters are usually the worst cards in your deck.
yeah, I mean I don't disagree with you, but it's like in English we just don't have there are some sets that just don't have this card. Notably like No Game No Life doesn't have a 2K, Batman Ninja doesn't have a 2K. It's just like Card Capture Sakura doesn't have a 2K. It's like sets that just don't have one for no reason.
I mean,
like-
even if it isn't like immediately relevant, just the threat of your opponent knowing that you have these in your deck makes them play differently.
Yeah.
It's just like
Well-
the big issue is the selection is
Yeah, like I get
hard
what
to
you're
get
saying.
it
It's
when
like
you need it.
you might not have it. You know?
Yeah,
But your opponent doesn't know that.
that's true.
If they're smart enough to check your waiting room.
No, nobody looks at your waiting room.
You know how many times I've had my waiting room grabbed at an English regional? It's like round 6 or later. Like, you know. But yeah. But all agreed. Let's just move to the next card. Zach.
Swallow unbreathing. Up to once per turn, when you use a stand, enact gains. When the battle opponent of this becomes reversed, you can blind sock 1.
Not bad.
It's not horrible.
It's okay.
It's
It's
I
stock
mean, it's-
charging in a deck that already stock charges really well.
It's
Yeah.
Unless
kinda
you're-
repetitive.
If you're playing the bar combo.
If you're playing
Yeah.
bar, yeah.
Yeah. If you're not playing the bar combo, this is probably okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's
I
a good
don't
way.
like this profile as much as the one that says as long as you reverse a level 1 stock charge. That's like the railgun one. I like that one better. The one that's just whenever you kill a level 1 or higher. Because like you're gonna act anyway, I guess. You're not gonna act against level 0s that are crashing this anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just like C.
This profile is also an apocrypha.
Yeah, it is an Apocrypha, yeah. Broken set. We love Apocrypha.
You're right. It's Monogatari Light, man.
Monogatari Light. Damn, it's even worse than Monogatari.
That's some high praise.
JP Monogatari, to be specific,
Yeah.
which is an actual deck, mostly.
Oh.
Love my D tier deck.
You and Brian can talk about that later, I guess. All right, next card.
Notorious Chase, Insatiable Tracker.
It's Notorious Big, dude.
The heart of the card's translation says Chase, Carmen.
Shut the fuck up.
For each marker under this, it gets 1,000 power. When it reverses its battle opponent, you can look at the top card of your deck and put that card face down underneath it as a marker. At the start of your encore step, if you have no other rested characters in the front row, you can pay 1 and rest this. It's got the zombie effect too.
zombie hand.
Zombie
Okay,
hand.
Ollie, shatter the veil for me. Is this card played?
Not that I've seen.
Okay.
It's about to be.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb here, and I think this is the better level 2 standby target.
It's fine, I guess. It's nice that you don't lose the markers.
Well, okay.
This one at least has pseudo encore.
So this is my thought process here. You're playing Jojo, right?
Yeah.
If you're playing Jojo, you're going to a regional. Like I
Yeah.
love JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Like I want to do well with this deck, and you have to look at the deck and say, this isn't a great deck for the meta. And you look at it and you say, I'm going to play this instead of the 2/2, what is it that we looked at? This guy.
9500.
Yeah. Instead of that, I'm going to play this. Because if I can, like, kill one thing and then back it up again, I've compressed 2, and I'm a 10k. And I have zombie and I can't die.
Okay, so that sounds pretty cool. The problem is this Encore is really iffy with how well
Yeah.
it goes off.
Yeah.
First, you're also looking at the top, also marking off the top card of your deck, which is not optional if you look. So you
Alright.
could just throw a climax under it and you'll never have it again because this thing will be fucking huge.
Yeah. So
At least you know you'll never have it again.
yeah, you guys brought up
That's
all
true.
the actual problems with this card, and I don't think I'd play this card. Yeah. It was like I was mostly playing devil's
Yeah.
advocate because
Yeah.
these marker cards are super cool until they go horribly wrong. I have like recent experience with like the Nonko and Yuna, where it's like that card's super sick, and then you marker 2 climaxes. You're like, damn, I guess I gotta crash that card this turn. Like, it's like these things can go horribly wrong.
Right.
But they can also steamroll and win you the game. It's also very flavorful, the Notorious Big. I think the flavor is the coolest part about the card.
I actually kind of want to give it a C- just for the fact that it can just randomly snowball.
Yeah, that's kind of where
Yeah.
I'm at. It's like you definitely
That
don't
sounds
play
right.
it over the 2295
Yeah.
target, but it can just randomly snowball and win.
Right.
So.
For sure.
And we're gonna see so much JoJo in English, in general. You might just like randomly see this card
Yeah.
get played. So next, who is this? Is this me?
This is you.
Oh god damn it. Leaky Eye Luca. When this card is placed from hand to stage, put the top 2 cards of your library in the waiting room. If there's at least one climax among them, you may put the top card of your opponent's library into the waiting room. If so, choose a card in your opponent's waiting room and put it on top of their library. When the damage dealt by this card is canceled, you may put this card into your stock.
This card's pretty good actually.
Yeah, like the when this card's damage is canceled, go to stock. I've definitely underrated that effect before. It's better than you think.
You play that profile in a lot of other decks, and
Yeah.
this actually makes that effect go off a lot.
I just mentioned Yuna. You play that card in Yuna, so
yeah.
it's better than you think. And then it's just free mill too. Like who cares if that goes off? It might fuck your opponent. It might do nothing. At worst, it's just there is clean damage on the top of their deck. I guess.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, it's fine.
That's fine. I'll probably give it a B.
Yeah, it's like B minus maybe.
Yeah, B minus.
Yeah.
It's definitely not horrible. I mean, milling 2 is never bad. So, well, not necessarily never, but
Yeah.
whatever.
It could be, but
it's usually
general.
fine.
All right, next card. You Ollie.
This is King Crimson Eternal Apex. Pay 1, put the top card of your deck in the clock, so Ricky effect. When this is played, pay cost, look at top X cards of your library, choose one character from among them, show it to your opponent, put it in your hand in the waiting room, put the remaining card, put it in your hand, ditch the rest, X equal number of your opponent's characters. This is probably the worst Ricky profile I've ever seen.
Yeah, that is fucking that's fucking weird.
Now you slam it down. Your opponent has 1 character. Look at the top card. It's exactly what you want.
Yeah, that sucks.
It's not even game-worthy.
Is this even playable?
No, this is not playable.
Yeah, it's like F. Yeah.
This is you open this card and you're like, oh, okay, cool, I get a plus, and then you go first, you swing with a character, and you go like, okay, I'm ready to plus next turn. Then your opponent just plays 1 character down, swings, passes turn. I'm like, oh, I guess I just get whatever the top of my deck is.
And it's a climax. You whiff.
This is F. Is
Yeah.
plus is plus or minus good in terms of Fs?
Yeah.
I give it an F plus because it pluses you.
It does plus you. Okay.
Maybe.
Sometimes.
Maybe half the
Yeah.
time.
If you're your playing just crash.
Yeah, they just crash. They crash, and then you can't
And
play
then
the
this is a
game.
dead card.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
just
though
dead.
this card's actually just terrible.
Yeah, it's just bad. It's a
Outplayed,
F.
yeah.
This is actually just a 2K level 0. That's all it actually
it
is.
a 2K vanilla.
Not even barely an oversize.
All right, next. Zach.
Chocolata rewarded time. Your other second sanctuary rewarded time gets an extra soul. Rest, choose one of your Golden One's characters and it gets 2K. So it turns your 1/0 into a 5/5/2 soul.
7/5/2
Yeah,
soul.
it
7/5/2 soul.
It swings at 7/5/2 soul if you rest. It's an act, so it synergizes with the other act stuff.
The 2 soul is far more important than any amount of power.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2 soul is pretty cool. And
It's like this is like almost dolphin, but not as good.
Problem is it's just a 5500, so
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
it's very
Yeah, it's eh.
But look at that
Yeah,
art, though.
D+.
Who could say no to that? Look at how happy he is to get that extra soul.
C minus because +1 soul is pretty sugoi.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
+1 soul's okay, but it's bad.
Yeah,
Act
bad.
plus 2K is the best part, I think. But whatever. Guess we move on. Ryan.
All right. Diavolo front and back. When this attacks, choose a Golden Wind character, give it 1500 power for the turn. At the beginning of your climax phase, you may send this to waiting room. If you do, choose a Doppio front and back in your waiting room and place it onto the slot that this was in.
It's pretty bad.
Let's look at that.
Sucks.
Let's look at the change.
Yeah,
Look at the
take a look at the
change.
target.
It's trust me, it's not any more impressive.
We're gonna look at it anyway.
But gate, you guys.
Doppio front and back. CX combo in this attacks. If 10 seconds. If 10 seconds into the future is in your climax zone until the end of your opponent's next turn, this gains the following ability. When this front attack, you return this to your hand, and it has auto change. Put this in the waiting room at the beginning of your climax phase. You can put this into the waiting room, choose a Diavolo front and back, the card we just saw, in your waiting room, place it on to the slot
this was
this
actually
in.
the okay one.
Yeah, so like...
It's Aaron Jr. Jr.
It's like the worst bounce back we've seen.
Yeah.
Ever.
So I guess you play 8 copies of it, which is pretty
Yeah.
cool. But its attacks is a 55 because it doesn't get any power.
Yep.
And it bounces back, so it's a pretty whatever plus. It's not a gate, I guess.
Gate's cool.
The best part about this is that it's on a gate. Every other part about this card sucks.
Yeah, so the when people were first experimenting with this deck, before people started going to standby, they were playing the door, and it was literally just empty door. They didn't even bother with this card.
Yeah, this card sucks.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, I think both of these cards from me get like just D. These are like barely playable.
Yeah. The other one I'll give it a D plus because it's still.
Yeah, at least it has bounce back. Yeah. Yeah. But still, and it's on gate, so it gets a D plus.
Yeah.
But like, fuck, this whole that entire package sucks.
Yeah.
What wasted potential? Just garbage. All right, next card.
So this is names. Carne, Retaliation of the Dead. When this is placed from hand to stage, this gains 500 times the number of Golden Wing characters you have. And then when this dies, pay to ditch 1. Choose the 2/2 Notorious BIG from your waiting room and place it rested on any slot in the stage. Never thought I'd say that sentence.
Huh.
This is
Yeah, it's
It's a 7K attacker
I
with a
guess.
full board, and
Ooh boy.
Dies and summons an 8K.
it lets you stand by without actually needing to play the standby. But
Gotta pay 2. You just play it
The-
from hand, yeah.
yeah,
Quote
but,
unquote.
yeah, well, it's played from waiting room, but you can ditch the 2/2s.
Yeah, it's like the same cost as playing it from hand.
But we already said the 2/2's not worth playing, so this is also not worth playing.
Yeah, it's like D-, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's spicy.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
It's
Next card,
pretty
Zach.
spicy.
You don't have to waste your time with this. It has funny art, I guess, but it's vanilla.
It has funny art in it, and you can give it an extra soul.
Just vanilla,
It's-
like,
it's pretty
yeah.
cool.
yeah. Next, Zach.
Shadow Sabbath, Watcher in the Shadows. On play, this game's X. To turn X is 1,000 times the number of golden wing characters. And where a climax is placed in your opponent's climax zone, if your opponent has a climax in their waiting room, the same name as the place climax, your opponent puts the top card of the library into their waiting room, and the X damage your opponent. X is the level of the card moved to your opponent's waiting room.
Wow.
This is dank
So-
and actually really good.
Yeah, it's like
So when do you pay the cost here? The effect doesn't
When your
specify.
opponent plays the climax.
When they play the climax, okay.
so. I don't know. It might just be pay 1, pitch 1, burn 3.
Yeah. So at worst, this is an early play killer.
Yeah, because it swings at 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, 12K, and then on the backswing, it may just just do a bunch of damage.
Hmm.
It may discourage your opponent from playing a climax.
Yeah, it can also just, I mean, like it's pretty kind of niche, but like it could like mill a card that your opponent probably wanted to see.
Maybe.
I guess. Yeah, I
That's,
mean, like,
that's a bit more of a niche interaction, but
yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, it's like a niche C
It's-
plus.
it's-
Like,
primarily an early play killer.
yeah,
With a nice bonus upside
Mhm.
to push extra damage.
It's pretty decent.
I guess an interesting situation where this card might shine is when your opponent is trying to count cards toward their next deck. And they
yeah,
swing
that's what
with
I was thinking. Yeah.
4 cards in deck, slam the climax, trying to get it to go back.
Yeah, I was certainly more impressed with this card after I played it. I think. So I don't know. Maybe you have to like play with it to like see how good it is. But I really like it.
Doesn't seem horrible, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Next
All right.
event.
This is me. Miraculous Payphone. Level 1, cost 2, counter event. Free fresh yourself.
That's not a payphone. That's a frog.
It's definitely a frog. It's okay.
1, 2 free fresh counter.
Yeah, 1, 2 free fresh.
The fact
I
that it's a
get-
counter is good.
Yeah.
I
the
think.
fact that it's not the fact that it's an event is slightly less good though.
Yeah, it's like, ugh. Why couldn't they just have a free fresh character?
Yeah,
You
I'd rather it on a
can-
body.
You can pay 3 to grab this though. With
Ooh.
baby
I
boys.
guess, yeah. In green,
1
you
5
can.
1 5 free fresh.
It's
So you can
totally
decompress
real.
yourself so hard.
Just make the frog that character.
I
Yeah,
guess.
But I mean, you know, it's a level 1 free fresh. It can just randomly save you in situations. It can also put your opponent in bad situations. I mean,
Mhm.
Lucky Beast is played for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
This is obviously
Yeah.
not as good as that card, but
It's
it's
fine. It's
It's
like
okay.
it's like
It's like-
C minus. Like
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
probably give it a C, I
Yeah.
think.
See.
it is made a lot better by being a backup. Like it has the ability to be played as a counter. So
Yeah, just really wish it wasn't an event.
yep. All right, we got Popo's admission test. It's the last card. It's a 1-0 event. When you play it, you send it to memory. When it's in your memory, when you level up, you can put this into the waiting room. And at the beginning of your main phase, if this is in your memory, you have to put this into the waiting room. Okay. At the beginning of your main phase, if this is in your memory, choose up to 2 golden 1 characters in your waiting room, put them into stock in any order. The rest of your characters gain a trait. Passione until the end of your turn. Put this into your waiting room. So
it's super flavorful.
Yeah, you pay 1, it goes to memory, or you don't pay 1. You
No,
play
it's
the
free.
card. You play the card, it goes to memory, and then at the beginning of your next turn.
So you have to not level up.
Yeah, you have to not level up.
Yeah, you have to bank on not leveling up, or else you just neg yourself for no reason.
I like it. This is a card that I would at the very least try to brew with. I don't know how good it is in practice, but it's very interesting.
I didn't mess around with this card, but just at face value, it seems more meme than anything else.
Yeah.
I like that you can at least run like 2 of it or whatever. You play it the next turn, you like get 2 stock. Whatever. Like, fine. You just have to have a waiting room. That's the only.
Yeah.
So you can't like refresh, but it's the beginning of your next main phase. If you're at 1 card, like you'd have to like triple cancel off your neck deck for it to be bad. Yeah. So. Yeah, it's like fine. It's like D plus. Like it's still an event. It's like whatever. Like I don't like these things that don't do anything the second you play them. Yeah. It's like the main problem. But yeah, I think that's it for red.
That is it for red.
Red was a pretty dank color overall.
Red and green are the dank colors of the set.
It had King Crimson in it, so
yeah,
has to be good. But yeah, I guess that's it. Pittsburgh Weiss Schwarz signing off. We'll see you guys in blue.